But why are they so isolationist and territorial in most worlds when they could probably work with other sapient species to get more greens in their diet? Why do they choose this relatively simple life? Well, it all has to do with their history. In most universes, giants and giant folk are part of a caste system known as the Ordning, and while the strictness of this system varies across worlds, there are some rather common trends. One of those trends being that Cyclopes are almost always given jobs involving heavy manual labor that requires a lot of muscle, but not much else, their singular eye serving to put them at a disadvantage against other giants higher up in the caste system. Now you may be aware that recently the Ordning was dissolved and then reforged across several realities, but it may surprise you to learn that this is not the first time such an event has happened. In nearly every timeline, the lesser giantkin rose up in rebellion against their true giant masters. This event goes by many names, but in almost every case, the Cyclopes, Trolls, Ogres, Ettins, and Verbeegs managed to win enough of their freedom to form their own communities. The Cyclopes, being the largest of the giantkin, knew they couldn't hide in large urban areas, and so developed a tradition of forming smaller, isolated communities to hide from their former masters. Islands became their favorite because they could see all oncoming threats from miles away despite their poor depth perception. So don't get offended if some Cyclopes chuck boulders at you or demand you leave their island if you get close. Simply assure them that you're not there to enslave them and promise to leave as soon as you're well rested and your ship is prepared. They'll be certain to treat you to a fine dinner of roast mutton and maybe even knit you a nice wool sweater if you're a particularly good guest. And if you want some recipes to fix for your hosts in exchange, be sure to watch an additional couple of videos and maybe an ad before checking out the you-know-what and donating.